Hi, I'm Dr. Tuccio, the Chart Doctor, and this is episode 15 called No More Obstacles. When you look at an instrument approach procedure chart, you often see obstacles in spot elevations on the chart. Well, the question, why are those there? Are they necessary? Do they contribute to clutter? Do they really add any value? Well, you really shouldn't see them, right? If you're on instruments. I mean, Gary Larson pointed this out in his famous cartoon from years ago, like, what's a mountain moat doing way up here in a cloud paint? So you shouldn't really see these obstacles. Well, that does represent the problem, but the Aeronautical Charting Meeting, a industry FAA public forum to discuss these sorts of matters, brought this up earlier this year in April, and then once again in the October meeting. And said, we don't really know why these obstacles have been on here. We do know the criteria. The criteria is things that intercept the 67-to-1 slope away from the airport. Anything that intercepts that slope is on the table for a cartographer to include on the chart. And the cartographer uses their judgment as to what to put on the chart. Well, so again, the FAA looked at this and they said, we don't really know what the origin of what this was, other than generic situational awareness, but we do know they've been on here since the 1970s. Well, the ACM discussed the matter and sort of agreed, the industry and the FAA sort of agreed that these obstacles, the charts will be improved without showing these obstacles. So here at MHV, you see on the left what the current chart is, and on the right, what the chart's going to look like. You see some remaining obstacles. I'll explain those in a minute. They're called AAO obstacles, or adverse assumption obstacles. I'm going to show you, at least in part, where those come from. But before we do that, notice there's obstacles, but you see that little 4190 there? That's a spot elevation. You see those also on the chart. They're also, according to the way that this is being depicted, those are going to go away also. So as we look here, what are those obstacles that remain? You can see here that in the official legal description of the procedure, that the directions say what the cartographer will show. And for our purposes, we'll call those AAO obstacles. There might be another way to say that. But for our purpose and the purpose of this discussion, that's close enough. If it's printed and says show these obstacles, that's what they're going to show. So that's where you get the remainder of these obstacles that are shown. And I think they're also decided they're going to show the highest obstacle on the plan view also. So let's take a look at another one. LaGuardia is another example. You can see some of these obstacles up here to the north are now going away. They're not that important. This one here, probably the Empire State Building, is going to go away. But some of these other ones along the way, which are probably called out on the 8260 form, again, what I showed you here for MHV, are going to remain. So why do you need to know this as a pilot? Why does this matter? Because this can't all be done in one cycle. It's going to take about 3 years to get rid of all these obstacles off the charts. So in the interim, you're going to see some charts that have obstacles and some that don't. The ones that don't doesn't mean there's no obstacles out there. It just means that they have already been scrubbed through this new process. So if you want to learn more about this, you can go and search on the ACM. It's right here. It's 2401388. And if you Google ACM 2401388, I'm sure you'll find it. So I'm the Chart Doctor. This is episode 15, No More Obstacles, and I hope you found this really helpful. Thank you.